Hey bookworms, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. It's Sam and in today's video we are going to be doing my Christmas book haul. I'm really lucky that my partner bought me so many books. I wasn't quite expecting this many. I think he bought me about 16 books, which is like beyond so nice of him, and I'm so grateful. I'm so excited to show you guys what books I got. But before we begin, this video is actually going up on my birthday. It's my birthday. Another year older. Kind of traumatizing when you think about it. I'm not even going to say my age because people never believe me. But basically, I'm 32 today, and it's like, stop it. I want to go back to when I was like in my 20s because that'd be great. But you know what? It's fine because we can just forget about by reading books and forgetting about our age and our aging. So yeah, anyhow, I'm going to shut up and jump into the first book, which the first two books I'm going to talk about are books that I actually bought myself as a little treat because they were on sale. First up is a book I bought myself, which was just for December. I believe this is about an author, like she's sold her book and it's like a best-selling book, and now it's been turned into a Christmas movie. Duke, who has landed the role as the leading man, and when Evie and Duke meet on set, it's a frosty encounter, even nicer than the cobbled streets they're filming on. But after images of them arguing leak to the press and put the movie in jeopardy, they are left with no choice but to fake date until the cameras stop rolling. So in order for them to get this movie on the go and for it not to like be a fail, they realise that by their rivalry is going to like affect the movie, so they end up fake dating. I think it sounds really fun. Fake dating isn't my favourite trope, but I do enjoy it, and I'm hoping that this would be one I enjoy. The last book I bought for myself was Booked on a Feeling. This one was about £2.50 a works, which was like a bargain, so I was like, well, I've got to. In this book, we're following Lizzie, who has her life mapped out. Become a lawyer? Check. Join a prestige law firm? Check. Make partner? In progress. If it all goes to plan, she'll be checking off that last box in a couple of years, making her parents proud and living a successful, fulfilled life in LA. One thing that isn't part of her plan, passing out from a panic attack during a pivotal moment of her career. Lizzie decides that what she needs is a place to recharge, and where better than the small California town where she spent her childhood summers with her best friend Jack Park. Now that Lizzie is back, Jack has 3 weeks to spend with the girl of his dreams while concealing his decade-long crush on her, something that becomes increasingly difficult when he agrees to help Lizzie revamp the local bookstore. Romance amongst the dusty shelves and books may not be in Lizzie's plan, but could this new page lead her to a love story she never expected? I mean, bookstore, hello. This cover, first of all, just like grabbed my attention, and it's set in a bookstore. So, also I'm going to apologise, my voice is like going and I've only just got over a bug and I feel like it's coming back. No thank you. I'm guessing my partner got my hint for this book because I was hinting at this one. Every single person seems to be reading this one this Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to, just because there's other books I want to read, and that is A Merry Little Meet Cute. So many people are reading this or have read it and have really enjoyed it. So then I was like, well, I need to read it. And I believe this one again is set like on a film set. So we follow B. Hobbs, who takes the lead in a squeaky clean romantic Christmas movie. There are only 3 rules. 1. Don't get involved with anyone on set. 2. Don't tell anyone what you do for a living. 3. Definitely don't get involved with anyone on set. 3. Seriously. With Christmas trees and the festive tunes all year round, the Bee's got a secret identity to hide, and it's not family friendly. And her co-star, Nolan Shaw, an ex-boy band member infamous for his own X-rated antics, not only knows it, but is secretly her biggest fan. When things start to heat up on set, Bee and Nolan must keep their steamy affair under wraps or risk ruining everything. This does sound really good though, and I feel like even though I might not be reading it this Christmas, I might try and read it in January because we can read Christmas books whenever we want, you know? So, next up is Dream On, which is the second book by Angie Hockman. The first book she wrote is a book called Shipped, which I actually have here. So I actually did not know she brought out a second book. I was looking at my shelf at books I've read and then like Googling the author to see if they brought out any more books, and then this came up and I was like, okay, read it and I was like, oh my god, babe, I need it, and well, I got it. In this book, we follow a law graduate, Cass Walker, who wakes up after surviving a car accident. She's flooded with memories of a man named Devon. Devon, sorry. The only problem, Devon, as confirmed by family, friends and doctors, doesn't exist. Everything about him, from his coffee brown eyes to the slightly crooked angle of his pinky finger to his high wattage charm, is a figment of Cass's coma-added imagination. She still can't get him out of her head. So when she happens upon the real Devon a year later in a Cleveland flower shop, she's completely shocked. Even more surprised is that Devon actually believes her story, and despite his protective younger brother's doubts, they soon embark on a real-life romance. With her dream man by her side and a new job at her prestige law firm, Cass's future seems perfect, but fate might have other plans. So yeah, this sounds really interesting. I like the fact that this character is dreamt about this guy while she's in a coma, and this guy actually exists. Sorry, I cannot speak. And also I just think this couple. I think this cover is really beautiful, like, just look at that. It's honestly gorgeous, and I really can't wait to get to this one. Next up is a book that I feel like everybody has read, and well, now I'm gonna have to read it, which I kind of want to just because everyone's been saying how good it is, and that is The Bear and the Nightingale. I do not know too much apart from it's like a fairy tale aspect feeling. I want to go into this one not knowing too much about it. I know like we're set into like a village in Russia, a lot of magic and stuff infused into this book, but I kind of want to go into this one not knowing too much about it because sometimes I do feel like the blurb can give it away, but I'm sure most of you know what this book's about anyway. Next up, this is a book that when I unwrapped it, I was so excited for because I've wanted this book for so long and I didn't want to pay like the price for the hardback. It was ridiculous, and then I unwrapped it on Christmas Day, and that is The Overnight Guest. This is a thriller book where we follow this character who thought she was alone. It's got true crime writer Riley Lark doesn't mind being snowed in at the isolated farmhouse where she's retreated to write her new book. A cozy file complete science. It would be perfect if not for the fact that decades earlier at this very house, 2 people were murdered in cold blood and a girl disappeared without a trace. As the storm worsens, Riley finds herself trapped inside the house, haunted by the secrets contained within the walls, haunted by secrets of her own. Then she discovers a small child in the snow just outside. After bringing in the child for warmth and safety, she begins to search for answers, but soon it becomes clear that the farmhouse isn't as isolated as she thought, and someone is willing to do anything to find them. Now, that sounds so creepy and isolated. Isolated thrillers, they're just my thing. I love it. I love that feeling of reading something and the character pretty much like stuck in a situation where they can't get help because they're stranded and know how it's coming, and if it is going to come, it's going to take a while. If I can get to it this month, I'm going to, because it really feels like it would be perfect to read this month. Next up, we have The Wedding Crasher. This book, we are following a character called Poppy who got married young, too young in fact that she's put her dreams aside for love. Fast forward 8 years-ish, and now it's time to reclaim her life and first love, photography. What better way to celebrate her newfound freedom than a blissful week alone on an island with just her camera for company, until her best friend has a moment, something with a high-profile wedding she's planning and begs Poppy to help. After all, she owes her. Poppy doesn't expect to recognise the groom as an old friend, nor for the bride to get cold feet. But what's a wedding without a little drama? And as the wedding week gets underway, Poppy might find happiness again, just not in the way she expected. It sounds so cute, and I love that name, Poppy. That's actually one of the names I was going to call my character in my book, but like I'm still deciding. So yeah, and also I like this cover, it's like super cute, so yay. Next up anyway, is a book that I have wanted for so long. I could have got it at any point, just the paperback version, and the cover's ugly, so I'll put it up here because it's ugly compared to the hardback cover that everybody had, and I was like, no, I want the hardback cover. The hardback cover was pretty expensive, and then on Christmas Day, I got it. Local woman missing. So many people have been talking about this book, like I think this year and last year I kept seeing this book being spoken about. I know little about this book other than that it's supposed to be really good, and then I think we do follow a character who goes missing, or she's the first girl to go missing. Shelby is the first to go missing not long after Meredith and her 6-year-old daughter Delilah vanished just blocks away from where Shelby was last seen, striking fear into their once peaceful community. So I'm not going to read any more about that, but yeah, I think this sounds super interesting. I'm so glad that now I can actually get the chance to read this and I actually have my hands on a copy. I've wanted it for so long. If you've read it, guys, let me know if you enjoyed it. Next up, we have Something Wilder by Kristen Lauren. So I've read 2 books by these authors and I pretty much enjoyed them, and I believe my partner got this one from the works for £2.50 or £3, so again, super cheap, and I do not know what this is about. Lily has never forgotten the man that got away, but she certainly hasn't forgiven him either. As the daughter of a notorious treasure hunter, Lily makes ends meet using her father's converted hand-drawn maps, guiding tours on fake treasure hunts through the canyons of Utah. I can't speak, guys. When the man she once loved walks back into her life, Lily can't believe her eyes. Frankly, she'd like to take him out into the wilderness and leave him there. Leo wants nothing more than to reconnect with his first and only love. Unfortunately, Lily is all business. It's never going to happen. When the trip goes horribly and hilariously wrong, the group wonders if maybe the legend of the hidden treasure wasn't a gimmick after all. Alone under the stars, Leo and Lily must decide whether they risk their lives and their hearts on the adventure of a lifetime. Jesus Christ, I could not speak. This one actually sounds really cute, but unique with the whole treasure hunt thing. Second chance romance, I actually don't mind them, so maybe I'll enjoy this one. Next up is another book that I have been seeing all over Bookstagram and YouTube this month, and that is Kiss Her Once For Me. I'm actually in the middle of reading this one for a video, which if you guys follow me over my Bookstagram, keep calm and read, forgot what my Bookstagram was, then you guys can actually help me decide for a future video that I'm working on that includes this. So Kiss Her Once For Me is, I think, about this character who meets this other girl. They meet, and within the day she's kind of starting to get feelings for her. A year later she's losing her job and she needs money, and this guy gives her an opportunity that if they have like a marriage of convenience, he'll get his inheritance and then he can help her. So it is, you know, pretty much that, marriage of convenience. So they go to spend Christmas at this cabin, and then he introduces her to his sister, which happens to be the girl that she met a year ago who she has feelings for. So it's fake dating, maybe forced proximity, and maybe second chance. What I like about this book though is that the fake dating couple are not the ones that are going to get together. It's going to be like she's fake dating him, but she's now going to like his sister, but obviously his sister's going to think that they're together. So it's got a whole lot of drama and complications, and I can't wait. You'll know how I feel about this one in a future video. Next up is another book that is so popular, and I searched for this book so much. Like, I was going into my Waterstones work, I went into W. Smith, and they did not have it, and I kept trying because I was like, come on. My partner finally gets it for me for Christmas, and today is everywhere. It was in Waterstones, it was in W. Smith, it was in the works. I'm like, okay, did you just want my partner to buy it me for Christmas? Either way, I've got it, and that is Things We Never Get Over. Again, this might be a book that I do read for the video I'm doing. Again, Bookstagram. I think this is like a second chance romance. Don't know too much about this one. I don't want to know too much about it though. I think second chance romance, maybe. I could be wrong. I'm sure most of you know what this book's about by now, and I think there's a sequel coming out for this one, which means I need to get onto this ASAP. So yeah. Next up is another like Christmassy book. I mean, it is a Christmassy book. I don't see why I act like it was like could be a Christmassy book. It is a Christmassy book, and that is Jingle Balls. I thought I said Jingle Balls. I feel like I sounded like I said Jingle Balls, and I did not. I said Jingle Balls. I'm like, oh my god, I still don't. Jingle Wars, not balls. So this book, I think we follow like these two characters who got like these B&Bs, and obviously over Christmas is super popular. So it sort of goes into like a competition of them trying to outdo each other. Sounds super fun, perfect for Christmas. I might read this soon, like after this or next month if I can, but I don't think I'm going to get time. So if I don't, I'll keep it for next year. But yeah, it's also got like a donkey. So next up we have The Last Party. This book I've seen a lot, like maybe October, November time, and I think this is like a mystery thriller. Oh, so this one's got, see, this would be perfect to read as well in December, set around New Year. On New Year's Eve, Reese Lloyd has a house full of guests. His lakeside holiday homes are a success, and he's generously invited him to finish to drink champagne with their wealthy new neighbours. This will be the party to end all parties, but not everyone is there to celebrate. By midnight, Reese will be floating dead in the freezing waters of the lake. On New Year's Day, DC Fifton Morgan has a village full of suspects. The tiny community is her home, so the suspects are her neighbours, friends and family. And Fifton, Fifton has her own secrets to protect, with a lie uncovered at every turn. Soon the question isn't who wanted Reese dead, but who finally killed him. Okay. See, I wasn't too sure about this book if I wanted it, but now that I've read that, it really sounds interesting. So yeah. Also, oh my god, guys, under the dust jacket, look. I did not look at this when I unwrapped it. That just makes me want to cry. Next up we have The Island, and there's a sticker that I need to take off. This book I've seen, and I said to my partner that, you know, I would like to read it, and when I am, oh, it's from the author of The Chain. I heard good things about that book. So again, I was going to read the blurb, but then I was like, I don't really want to know too much. I do know that this woman gets with this guy and he's got kids, and then they go on holiday, but I think something goes wrong and people are trying to kill them on this island, and something happens to the husband, so she's got to get these kids off this island and save them in time. So yeah, it sounds good. It does say there on the back, which I'll read this bit. It was just supposed to be a family vacation. A terrible accident changed everything. You don't know what you're capable of until they come for your family. I like the cover. So here we've got like the dad, and now he's not there. I actually like that. Next up we have The Night Ship, which is a historic fiction. Sticker. This one's also got sprayed edges, so we like. Oh my god, why am I not unwrapping these covers when I get them? Look at this. Oh my god. I had the best Christmas ever with these books. Like, best Christmas when you get books, but then when you unwrap the cover of the books and it's got something underneath, it's like, yes. I believe that we're following a few different characters, I could be wrong. On the back it says 1 shipwreck, 2 misfits, 3 centuries apart. So yeah, this one I'm interested to see what it's about, because I don't think I've seen many people talking about this book, if I'm being honest. But now we've got the final book, which when I opened this I screamed. And I almost cried. And I'm looking at it right now and I could cry again. And that is 5 for 5 by Holly Jackson. She's the author who wrote the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, if you don't know, which I absolutely love. And this is her new book. And this one's a thriller, so her other book's a mystery, and this one's a thriller, so she's taking a different take. 8 hours, 6 friends, 1 sniper. You can't see me, but I can see you. If you try to run, I will shoot. And it's got Red Kenny is on a road trip for spring break with her 5 friends. Red's best friend, her older brother, his perfect girlfriend, a secret crush and a classmate. When their R3 breaks down in the middle of nowhere, they soon realise that this is no accident. They have been trapped by someone out there in the dark, someone who clearly wants one of them dead. With 8 hours until dawn, the 6 friends must escape or work out which one of them is the target. Buried secrets will be forced to light, and tensions inside R3 will reach deadly levels. Not all of them will survive the night. That sounds so good, but guys, you're not ready for this. Tell me that's not the best sprayed edges you've seen. And it gets better. It gets better. Look. Oh my god. And we also have it signed. We have the layout of the RV and the road trip that they're planning on taking. I am planning on doing like a reader vlog for this book and a full review. I'm not going to obviously give any spoilers because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Out of all these books, this one is the one that I'm dying to read. Like, this came out on the 5th of December and I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to get this copy because it said it was sold out. So when I unwrapped it on Christmas Day, I was just over the moon. Probably, like I said, the most excited book I am to read out of all of these put together. Cannot wait to get into this one. If you guys have read it though, let me know in the comments what you thought. No spoilers of course, but let me know if you enjoyed it, because obviously I know a lot of people did enjoy her previous series. So yeah, I have high hopes for this one. That is all the books I got for Christmas, and honestly I feel so lucky to have gotten all of these, and I have so many now like that I want to read, but I'm also trying to read like old books on my TBR as well. You'll have to let me know if what books you guys got for Christmas, if you got any. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on my Bookstagram so you can help out with my next video. But until next time, bye!